Speaker, the bill amends the St. Lucia National Economic Fund Act number 18 of 2019. The act had essentially created the St. Lucia National Economic Fund, the fund. In addition, the act provides uses of the fund and the financial requirements relating to the fund. Section 4 of the act provides the functions of the fund. Currently, under Section 4(1)(e) of the Act, one of the functions of the fund is to provide monies for a purpose approved by cabinet that is not considered recurrent in nature. This section has created some ambiguity in its interpretation. Section 4(1)(e) of the Act, Mr. Speaker, is therefore being amended to remove the words "that is not considered recurrent in nature," to make it clear that Cabinet will approve the purpose of the monies to be provided by the fund. Mr. Speaker, the Cabinet is the decision-making body that takes laws to the Parliament, where the majority of elected members support these laws, and after it goes through the Senate, these laws are passed, Mr. Speaker. So if the Cabinet, in its wisdom, the Cabinet decides that expenditure should go in a particular direction for a particular project or particular purpose, Mr. Speaker, if the Cabinet decides that that ought to happen, Mr. Speaker, we believe that the Cabinet, particularly the Cabinet or the St. Lucia Labour Party, is responsible enough to determine or to decide how the monies of this country can be spent, Mr. Speaker. And we think that it is ambiguous for anybody to dictate to the Cabinet of the country, particularly responsible Cabinet, how the monies should be spent, particularly when the monies are for the benefit of the country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will not debate today on the use of funds or the use of the monies of the people of St. Lucia. This is not the time for that today. Today is a day when we are speaking about our 100 days in office, Mr. Speaker. But I would hope that the door is not opened to debate slush funds, etc. I am praying, Mr. Speaker, that if that door is open, we may be here until midnight. And the curfew, Mr. Speaker, is at 10, and I would not like to break the curfew, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you must understand that when we speak, we were here just a few months ago. I don't think we have understood that the people of the country have spoken, Mr. Speaker. I don't think we understand that, Mr. Speaker. So today, I am saying that this is an amendment that gives the Cabinet, the same way it gives the Cabinet authority to deal with the consolidated fund, which possesses all the money in the country. The country's consolidated fund comes to this House through the appropriation bill. After it comes to the Cabinet, and the Parliament decides how the money is spent. And there are no strictures on that once the Cabinet decides, and it goes according to the law, Mr. Speaker. So there can be no law within that context that can determine how the Cabinet spends the money of the country or the taxes of the country, Mr. Speaker. So I'm asking honorable members, please, let us look at the value of the amendment, because, Mr. Speaker, there are no we do not present any ill-conceived ideas on this amendment. The amendment is very simple, Mr. Speaker. So I beg honorable members, let us look at the spirit of the amendment so that we can have a debate today that is free of acrimony and free of the truth, which the people of St. Lucia will hear at some point, but not today. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.